In this video, we're going to look at how to complete a partial payment problem where you have gone in and taken out a loan or a note for a given amount of money, and then you're going to come in and make a partial payment part of the way through the loan date. And so what we'll have to do according to the United States rule is kind of stop everything, calculate the interest, then take off your payment, and then from that partial payment to the majority date, then use that new principal to figure out how much you will owe at maturity. So before I even start these problems, the first thing I do is I pull up the day table. Now this is question number 15 on 11.2, and if you click on that little icon there, this little box will pop up. You also have this in your textbook. I forget what page, but it's in section 11.2. And I will pull out the dates that we have here. So we took the loan out on July 15th. So I go to July, down to 15, that's 196th day. And then I went in on December 7th to make a payment, December 27th, and that is the 361st day. And then a little sneaky is this February 1. February 1 is the 32nd day. And we'll deal with him when the time comes. So you go in on the 15th of July, you take out $8,000 and everything's good until you come back on December 27th. And before they take your payment of $5,000, they say, well, hold on. I got to figure out how much interest you owe me. You had $8,000 out at 3% interest, and it's principal times rate times time in years. So from the 196th day to the 361st day means that a total of 165 days have gone by. And in the banker year, you only pay interest on 360 days. You get a whole 5 days off of no interest. So I'm going to put this in my calculator, $8,000 to 0.03 times the 165 over 360. And I get $110. That's my interest. So I owe them $8,000 plus 110. So pretty simple. My balance due at this point is $8,110. So now they say, I will gladly take your $5,000 payment. My new balance is now 3,110, right? Now that is the balance from this date, from this December 27th to here, according to the United States rule, that's going to earn interest. They can no longer charge it on the full $8,000 because I don't owe them this $5,000 anymore. So when I come in on February 1st, before I say, all right, let me write you a check for how much I owe you, they say, oh, well, wait a minute, we got to figure out how much you owe. You've had an additional $3,110 out at 3% interest, and you've had it out from the 361st day. That's my very loud dryer buzzing. So you've had it out from this day to this 32nd day. So you got these 32 days, 33, 34, 35, 36, right? Another way you can do it is you can say 365 plus 32. So this kind of would be as if, imagine that you didn't start counting like January 1 as the first day of the year, like you just kept counting up. So that was like the 366th day of the year. Kind of be like, that would be the 397th day of the year. And there's your 36 that way also. So you can do it a couple of different ways. So you've had it out, what did we say, another 36 days out of the 360 days out of the year that we need to pay interest. So 3,110 times 3% times the 36 over 360. And so you need to pay them another $933 worth of interest. So you owe them $3,000, I keep trying to save you money, it's $3,110 plus $9.33. So you owe them $3,119.33. And that's going to be how much is due at maturity. How much did it really save you to go in and give them this $5,000? Well, had you just left it, right, and you didn't go in on December 27th, you just sat there from the July 15th to Feb 1, you would have still had that money out for a total of 201 days. But the whole time, that would have been earning interest. The 8 grand would have been earning interest the whole time, not 8,000 the one part of it and 3,000 the other part. And that would have cost you a total of $134 worth of interest, where you can see this way, since this one was 110 and this one was 933, this way you only paid $119 worth of interest, so you didn't save a whole lot, about $15 worth of interest, but this was only $8,000 for 200 days. Imagine doing something like this on like a house that's $80,000 or more for 30 years. That little bit that you pay off that's extra actually goes a long way at the end by decreasing what you'll learn in 11.4 is an average daily balance. So this is how you do partial payment questions, and I hope this helps with 11.2.